Thank you for staying with us. We're still looking at the presidential primaries, the processes, and the outcome. Let's now flip the page and move on to the process that produced the APC presidential candidate, General Muahmmdu Buhari. Professor Pat Utomi calls the process one that gave him a pleasant surprise.
I must admit, I was pleasantly surprised that the process was as open and as transparent as it turned out to be. I thought there would be a little more of cloak and dagger, but it wasn't quite like that. Obviously, hosting must have taken place, regional blocks considered and stuff like that. But that's the way of these things. Sorry. People who were contesting were obviously shocked by the outcomes. Some of us were even surprised by the general positioning. For whatever it's worth, I think that Elijah Atiku Abubakar brought so much gravitas to the table that I expected a stronger showing. But it didn't work out that way. So is the democratic process. So, my first surprise, pleasant one, was that the process was open and it was smooth. The other part of the process was that it showed that there was work in progress. Obviously, nothing was. This isn't good with our democracy. There was no decision yet on running mates and all of that. Usually in this kind of process, it comes up fairly quickly.
Well, those are his views on the processes. But then, what about Buhari's acceptance speech? Let's listen to the APC presidential candidate's plans as he moves into the race.
To make things better for Nigeria. What I say today is for all Nigerians, Christian and Muslim, southern and northern, rich and poor, young and old, man and woman, we are all citizens of Nigeria. There is no dividing line among us that I care to honor. Either we advance as one or fail all together. My choice and my colleagues' choice and wish is that we progress together. Preserving the nation's future is a sacred obligation to all of us in this great party. Leaders should be fully committed to fulfilling this obligation, otherwise they have no business being leaders. Sadly, the current administration does not believe in this obligation. By their actions, they are leading us to calamity. As such, I make these 5 pledges regarding the government who are elected next February. We will govern Nigeria honestly in accordance with the Constitution. We will strive to secure the country and efficiently manage the economy. We will strive to achieve poverty through broadly shared economic growth and attacking corruption through impartial application of the law. On corruption, the government will enhance EFCC's power to investigate independently. Moreover, we intend to plug the holes in NNPC accounting. There will no longer be 2 sets of books, one for public consumption and another for insiders who profit from this slick fraud. In an APC government, the public will know how much an NPC makes and where all the money goes.
Well, those are the thoughts and the speech of former head of state, General Muahmmdu Buhari. Some of the things that he said, 5 actually that he mentioned, that he said his government, if he is elected, is going to work on, is going to act based on the constitution, is going to make sure that he tackles corruption. And one area that caught his attention is that of the NNPC, the earnings and the way it's being run. Don't forget that this is a man who is also been a Minister of Petroleum Resources and also has headed around 1977, if I'm right, that particular NNPC, and so he looks so much interested in that particular area, and that's a speech of the APC presidential candidate. Well, I'm expecting your views also on the program, and Mala Olubabatunde says that Professor Pat Utomi is right. What we need is to compare records with vision, then we decide. More of your views and your thoughts or emails, and the Twitter handles right on your screen, just above, below the screen there. Well, let's hear Professor Utomi's take on the speech of General Muahmmdu Buhari.
Politicians are merchants of hope. What politics does is prepares people to sell hope. When a politician cannot paint a hopeful future, he fails completely. One of the challenges we have in looking at political leaders is that we forget that what is most important about a major political leader is his ability to inspire people to achieving something. A great political leader does not have to be a genius. He needs to know what he's doing, but doesn't have to be a genius. If a leader cannot inspire hope in the future, a leader is not worth anything. This is what selling you the possibility of solving problems, whether it is Boko Haram or that, is. This is the role of a leader.
Interesting. And those are the thoughts of Professor Pat Utomi on the speech of General Buhari, the APC presidential candidate. Well, let's take another moment here on Politics Today. And when we return, we're still looking at the presidential primaries, the outcome, the processes, and of course, the issues that have been thrown up. We'll be back.